Gibby. Another week with Brinkman, but tell me, who is the hottest team in baseball right now?
Milwaukee Brewers, baby.
Live from the Justin Livestream Network studios, Scrib and Gib.
Hey, what I like about it is I say that, just because I didn't know what the hottest team in baseball was, so I'm glad you did. But just watching Moose grab for his Moose Muscle Milk, he was just like, another Wisconsin thing. Dude.
Well, let's talk Badgers.
No, this is the Brewers.
Let's talk Packers.
No, let's talk.
Well, that's why both of them are on that side of the table, so they can talk about how good the old one was, too. That's why they're both
on that side of the screen now. Notice I switched to get over to the Minnesota side.
Exactly.
Way more fun.
Let's just talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, Strand, you haven't looked at this, what I have. What is the payroll of the Los Angeles Dodgers?
It's pretty
You don't
high.
have to Google it, dude. What is it? I know it. I have it up in front of me.
Let's go over or under $400 million.
I think it's over.
No. Under. 300.
Hold on a second.
And 38.
It's over. I don't care what anybody says. It's over.
338
Because they
million.
spread it out so far.
Okay. What is the Brewers' payroll?
Over or under $100 million.
Over. It's like 130.
108. So the Brewers are, the Dodgers are a little over three times what the Dodgers are, what the Brewers are, and yet the Brewers swept them twice. Now, that's not that big of a deal to me. I mean, the Dodgers are still a really good team. Obviously, they got Shoney, Ohtani, or whatever, but the Brewers are playing fantastic right now, and we haven't given them enough due because I tell you what, they got the Miz, Woodruff is coming back, and it's honestly exciting to watch. Like, they were losing the one night, next thing you know, they win. It's just crazy ways, and you got Jackson Cheerio, and then you got Durbin. You know what? Hopefully, our friend Nolan is eventually going to get us a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that'd be kind of cool to go watch. But it's been fun to watch, and just to be the fact that they're the hottest team in baseball right now, coming out of they were kind of the hottest team, I would say, going into the All-Star break, but then to come out and sweep the Dodgers, win last night against the Mariners, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. The smart market teams like that, and the Twinkies are the same way.
Yeah.
Well, and Tim Kirchin just said it the other night on ESPN. The most fun team to watch in baseball right now is the Milwaukee Brewers. No
they
doubt
run
about it.
all the time.
Oh, yes, they do.
I mean, they get thrown out. The next guy expect them to be on second base the second they get on first. They just run, and they push the limit to, I don't want to say playing small ball, right, because they can hit the ball, but they play a mixture of speed and would it call small ball or just speed and more hitting? I mean, it's kind of interesting.
And it's fun, too, because, they're a small market team. They're fun to watch, and they just got that old school coach that just seems grumpy, overweight, just, you know what I mean? He'd whip your ass if you came into the dugout. Just like the old style guys,
Tom Kelly 2.0.
I was like, Gibby, you're calling him out. You can't go with Moose Muscle over here. He's wearing a softball shirt. It looked like he just came from the gym, bench pressing about 450 pounds.
Well, that's because it's Ava's.
Don't you have a meeting to go to?
It's Ava's softball shirt,
Actually, this was an extra, I guess, somehow. We got it. It's a medium. I'm wearing a schmedium. I'm wearing a schmedium today.
Wow. Are you one of those guys that you go shopping that you find that shirt that you feel like, I got to have it, but I got to find the smallest size to make me look
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Because then you'll see everything down here kind of hangs over my waist.
We harassed you a week ago about all the weightlifting and, you're slimming down, looking slim and trim. You're a mean fighting machine.
A machine of some sort.
I'm not a fighting machine.
Yeah,
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, back to the Brewers, though.
Right.
You sidetracked us there, but yeah, it's been fun to watch. And I think, you're after the All-Star break, which is kind of considered the halfway point, but it's really about the 2/3 point.
Right.
The Brewers right now sit with, I think they're 59-40 with the best.
Who coaches the Brewers?
Record in baseball.
I call him the grumpy old guy.
Pat Murphy.
Pat Murphy, yeah.
He replaced Counsell, and a lot of people, when they fired Counsell, they thought that was crazy. I just want to make sure I was right.
Well, they didn't fire Counsell.
Yep.
Counsell didn't resign with them because he took the big money
Yep.
from the Cubs. And the Cubs were having a really great start to the season, and now it's went.
Yeah, because now they're tied up.
But no, the Brewers are up.
Brewers have the best record in baseball right now.
60-40, so I was off.
Oh,
so
okay.
60-40 with the 62 games left. So just wanted to give some credit there. So, good luck to the Brewers. And it's been fun watching. The Miz is pitching tonight. So if you haven't heard about him.
There we go. I might have to throw him on.
Have you heard about the Miz over there, Moose?
Ooh.
No. The guy, rookie for the MLB now, but throws, he'll hit about 103. He'll go about down to 98.
It's unbelievable. And his off-speed pitches are like upper 80s. It's unbelievable. He
started his season with 16 scoreless.
Something like
Think
that.
about a pitch coming at you at 103, and then the next pitch is coming at you
at 88.
88.
I know it. It's unbelievable. And trying to get that timing down, it's incredible.
Yeah, and it's been fun. So we had a scoreless streak going, and actually the Twins did break it with a hit and then a walk and then a 2-run homer. But otherwise, he was rolling, and they were thinking about taking him out before that because he had pitched so long. Well, he had sat so long because the Brewers had a big inning, but then. Obviously they didn't, but he's been pitching well, and it's been fun. It's been definitely fun to watch.
So kind of a fun thing last night, Byron Buxton leads off the game for the Twins with a home run off of Ohtani.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, and in the bottom of the first, Ohtani gets up to bat and hits a 2-run home run.
That is incredible.
It's just
Isn't that amazing?
But back when we were talking about payrolls, it's $338 million. They're paying him like $120,000 a year for the next 10 years.
Oh, Ohtani? Yeah.
And then he starts. So after a 10-year contract, he starts getting paid $100 million a year for 10 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Bobby Bonilla day.
It's right? Bobby Bonilla, yes.
He got paid. Yep. Was it about a month ago? He got $1.5 million. He has another 8 years to get paid on that.
Yeah, 2033.
Because of how his contract, he gets a 1.5 every year. What a smart guy.
Smart guy.
All right, talked a little baseball. We just wanted to give a shout out. We got to talk about an exciting victory by the Crickets wiffle ball team. A local teacher used to be in Richmond, Luke Halverson from Amory, Wisconsin, graduated with my wife, Lindsay. He holds this little wiffle ball tournament. And Andy Hepner's, the Hepners, they've kind of gone to it. They know,
Mrs. Andy.
Mrs. Andy Hepner has wanted to win this for a few years. The Crickets go up there. Graceland, Ben Hepner kind of set it up last year. They got some kids together. Then this year they added some kids. They go up there. They play wiffle ball in Luke Halverson's yard. And I'm telling you guys, he's got 4 telephone poles for lights, sets lights up on the house. It is a cool setup. They got food grilling up there. Fun time. Bunch of the Camp Wapple team comes up there. But your winners this year, the local New Richmond team there, you got Alex Wold, Olivia Tybel, Casey Wold, Grayson Scribner. Sounded like they had to bring up one more. Will Hepner came up there. Ben Hepner, Parker Rohde, Keegan Langness, and then Tristan. I don't know his last name. I think his name is Tristan. So, but it was really fun, man. It was really fun to watch. And shout out to those guys. Go up there and ladies. And it was kind of funny because Kip and I get up there and Lindsay to watch. Just watched one game, Moose. And Graceland, she's texting us, guys, we play Mr. Halverson's team next. You can have 10. They only have 8 at that time. There's 2 spots. You guys got to come up and play. And Kip and I are like, no way. Got up there. Game's about to start. And I look, and I'm like, God, I should just watch. Because just in how wiffle ball they put, you can have 9 in the field because then the opposing team, or the team that's hitting actually pitches. Just, it's kind of fun that way. And I thought about going out there. I'm like, no. Smarter Brian says don't go out there and get hurt. But I'm like, Grayson, you only lost 8-6 in the pool play. Because they played 3 pool play games. And then they came back and played 3 more, and they beat Mr. Halverson's team in the championship. So
there we go.
I'm like, Grayson, you don't need us old guys.
No.
But they did get Will. So maybe that was the difference.
Well, that was definitely upgrade.
But I will tell you what. Watching a few of Mr. Halverson's teammates, Ben Hepner hits like a little chopper. Yeah, you weren't getting him.
Yeah.
And a guy's like, man, he's fast. You don't have to run that hard. Well, man, that guy can cover some ground.
Or no doubt.
And some great plays by Parker Rohde, too, I watched. And then it was just fun. So kind of a cool little thing, just transition from baseball to wiffle ball.
Yeah.
But then we got to talk a little about football, too.
I love it. High school football, which is my favorite.
High school.
Yes.
We got some high school stuff. So the All-Star game, North versus South, which was cool this year. You had the North being coached by Jason Eckert. So that was kind of neat, right?
That's outstanding.
And Trevor Solon was nominated to play along with Abe Munson and Aiden Eckert. Aiden Eckert did decline because he went on the mega road trip that we talked a little about last week on the cast with Bennett and that group of guys. But Abe was the only one who ended up playing, and Coach Eckert, Jason, coached on the offense. And Abe had a good tournament.
Yeah, Abe had a hell of a game. He had 4 tackles and a pick. to help lead the victory for the North, 28-6. That's a big game, and there you go right there. There's Abe. Big interception in that game. I remember playing in that game, and I'm telling you, it is intense. It is so much fun. You can see there he's got different stickers from the other teams on your helmet. I don't know how long it is. It was 2 weeks when I was winning it, but it might only be 1 week now. I'm not exactly sure.
1 week they go down.
Now?
Do you know, Moose? Did
I don't know.
But anyways, what a blast.
Cooper didn't go? Oh, I thought he did for some reason.
And looking at all the Facebook posts that we had looking at here, Abe's actually played with his roommate that he's going out to college with.
Preston Johnson.
Yeah,
from
they were
River
in
Falls.
a shot together with a pass breakup. But, man, hell of a job. Nice job, Munson, on 4 tackles and a pick to help the team get to a victory. And there's Solon, Eckert, and Munson right there.
And Munson's 4 tackles and 1 interception in that 26 win. Our Vital Systems stat of the week.
Game, there we go. And Solon was also, I thought it was pretty cool that he was unable to play due to his injury, but they did make him a captain.
Yeah.
So that just shows the respect that they have for Trevor Solon as well. So
Yeah, remember Trevor was an all-state first-team linebacker. And one thing to think about that obviously we watched him through baseball. I did specifically I was always asking him, hey, you ready to walk pretty soon? He says, yeah. And the next thing you know, he's walking out. And one thing we didn't really talk about, but he did throw a ceremonial first pitch for one of the baseball games this year just once he got out of his cast, which I thought was really cool by Coach Dan Kretovics. But I did talk to Trevor about this, and I knew leading up to it, they had talked to the coaches the Solon family had, and they're like, oh, we want him down here. Bring him down here. He's going to be included. And I think that's really cool on a coaching staff to know a guy like that, an injury that happened in a non-football sport, and I think that's just really cool. And
absolutely.
I just, shout out to them, Trevor Solon for sticking with it, and Aiden Eckert for being nominated, and I also think it's cool that he decided to turn it down to go with a once-in-a-lifetime trip with his friends. And I know Coach Eckert would have loved to have his son there, but that's kind of neat too, you know what I mean? So, cool shout out for the New Richmond representing the North in the All-Star game. Again, 4 contributors technically could have been there, and I think that's a shout out because when you went, were you the only one from
the
Richmond?
only one, yeah.
Yeah, and when you went, how many?
Yeah, we didn't have any representation. we were busy that week.
Well, he is having maybe a cocktail in the stands watching Pop.
Well, the thing about it is back in the day
Back
up in
then, you
North,
could be 18, probably.
Ooh.
I would imagine,
Ouch.
Moose, you represented in an All-Star game back in the day.
Yeah, negative on that one.
I just, you don't give yourself enough credit for how good of an athlete you were.
No, I was not an athlete, so.
We're going to have to build up your confidence. I
we
think
gotta
what
work
we've
on
done
that.
with you is you are, like you talked about, you're all into that fitness and just looking good because you really do, Moose. Now we got to get your confidence back up like you used to have. So do you need a session on the brink with Andy Brinkman to walk you through your issues right now?
No, we're good.
We've spent plenty of time in automobiles driving to events that we've live casted that we're good. We're good. I'll leave it at that. We're good. We're good.
I know what those nights and days are like. They're fun. I've spent a couple hours, multiple hours, maybe more with Moose. Sometimes it was just him and I, and we always go back. It's nothing like walking out of the Prescott gym. Nobody else in the
I
gym.
will never, ever. That's my favorite story of you and I walking out. Who paints their gym gray, number 1. Number 2, it's really depressing when there's nobody in there.
Yeah. But we got through it, and now we're in a better
COVID
spot.
was really bad.
Yeah. I mean, think about it, Moose. It could have been worse.
People had to listen to you and me.
No, it could have been them two included with us.
We were lucky if there was 2 of us getting in.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice back then. It was just you and I. God, times are good.
Yeah, educated.
Smart.
Yes.
Just a great show. All right. Anyway, what else you got for us, Gibby, today?
Well, we could stay on some football a little bit. There was another Wisconsin football player that may have made some money this week by the name of T.J. Watt. Like in the tune of $41 million a year. That's not a bad payday, gentlemen, huh?
Well, at least we've heard of him. What about the Packers yesterday signing an offensive lineman?
Zach Tom.
Oh, that's his name. Oh, you know his
Yeah,
name.
Zach
Okay,
Tom.
well, you're one of the few that does. 4 years,
The guy with 2 first names.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I like
Zach
that.
Tom.
And when they drafted him, we said that. How do you draft a guy with 2 first names? Well, now he's laughing.
Well,
$21 million a year?
Yeah.
4 years, $88 million.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's $22 million.
$22 million a year,
Manageable.
$21 million a year, something ends up being. But
Let's go back to the TJ Watt, because I do want to talk about that. That's been we've all talked about it for years. JJ Watt, TJ, and Derek, all from Wisconsin, graduated from the University of Wisconsin and had great careers at Madison, right? We always talked about, when are one of those Watt boys going to come play at Green Bay? And there was a lot of chatter on some of the storyline was TJ having an opportunity to potentially end up in Green Bay. And I was starting to be like, God, wouldn't that be great? And then, of course, I just don't. Green Bay, that would have been huge defensively for them to go out and get a guy like TJ Watt. That would have been fun.
Well,
homegrown guy, right?
Thank God for his career. He doesn't have to do that because he's beloved in Pittsburgh. I think he's fine right where he's at.
Yeah,
It's true.
I'm sure he would have came to Green Bay and they would have booed him.
Yeah, probably would.
Yeah, that's what Wisconsin fans that understand football know. Remember, it's the Green Bay Packers, not the Minnesota Vikings.
Ouch.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. I don't remember us ever booing TJ Watt.
You would have. Well, I remember you booing Brett Favre, and then all of a sudden you loved the guy.
Yeah.
Weird. You booed him for 15 years, basically, and then all of a sudden he's the best thing since Jesus. And it's like, and it worked out for all of us, to be honest, because we watched you guys fail in the Super Bowl. Cross my body.
no, that was
On the way to the Super Bowl. Cross the body, interception, boom.
True story. I'm on the couch with the family watching the NFC Championship game. The wife takes the laptop, and she's like, when the Vikings are driving the ball down, she goes, well, looks like because we had tickets. A friend of mine is friends with a CBS announcer who said, yep, I got 4 tickets for you. Don't worry about it. The tickets were free, but we had to make a sizable contribution to his benefit thing, whatever he had, his foundation. And she's like, well, I better find the airline tickets because we had it all planned out. We were staying at a buddy's house in somewhere south of Orlando. And when he threw that ball across his body, I grabbed the laptop from her and threw it on the floor. And well, that was that.
Yeah, for the laptop and your playoff hopes.
Yeah, Moose, how did you handle that? Just curiosity. Because I know over the years you've been kind of up and down on the Vikings.
I don't get
Not a
real
big
high
fan.
on- It is what it is.
You say that, but for 2 years, and we could go back on the podcast and we could listen to how many times we played, all we do is win, win, win. How do you say you don't care, but yet you do?
I just do it to get you guys riled up.
And who's your quarterback again this year?
We're going to hope J.J. McCarthy.
Okay.
Well, there we go. We're getting better. So let's do this, okay? Let's just for funsies, let's do a little Cedar Lake Speedway race to the finish line, okay?
Ooh, I like where
So
we're
what
going.
is your prediction on the Vikings season this year, Mr. Brinkman?
I'm going to go with 11 wins.
11 wins, all right.
So
11 and 6.
6. Yep, that's what I'm going with.
Okay. Moosey, do you have anything for us?
Oh, he has something.
10 wins.
10 and 7?
Yeah.
Okay. This is tough. I think
they'll build 500.
I think that the national media and the local media, for that matter, they're making such a big deal about McCarthy. The fact is that they brought in a running back to run us when the ball's down by the goal line. I saw a statistic last year that Aaron Jones he had 14 carries inside the 5-yard line for negative 10 yards. That's not going to happen this year. Everybody keeps making this out to be about McCarthy, when the fact is that the Vikings bolstered their offensive line immensely. I mean, it probably is going to be a top 10 for sure offensive line in the NFL.
Well, you get Darisaw back.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna document that. Top 5 offensive line.
No, we're going to go top 10. I'll document top 10. And then we added in this running back from San Francisco that they traded for with Jones. I think that a lot of the pressure's off McCarthy. I think that and here's the other thing. He's got the quarterback whisperer as his head coach.
Well, and he's got receivers. Come on. I mean,
yeah.
I think 11 wins. I actually think that the Vikings could win more than that, but I'm gonna go. I'll go 12 and 5 for the Pack.
Well, that doesn't. How many on the Vikings? We only talked about the Vikings right now. You said the Vikings.
So I'll go 12 then. I'll go 12 for them.
12 for the
12
Vikings.
and 5.
Well, this is an easy. I'm going to go.
Are you going to go 9 or 13 or join one of us?
I'm actually really excited for the year.
I'm going to go
3.
less than 10.
There's going to be a lot of banter on here, so I'm excited this year for the NFL season and some college football. I am.
I think what we've done you've seen this over the years of these quarterbacks come in. Now, the one thing about McCarthy is he did sit on the bench. Now, obviously, the injury forced him, obviously, right? But he did get a year to watch and learn, which I think is huge, right? I mean, I'm not going to say Jordan Love's going to be the next Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre, but I think the last 2 years have shown that he's been, pretty successful. There's ups and downs on that, right, of where he ended up. He was playing hurt a little bit last year, but at the end of the day, we've seen consistent play out of him, probably not as consistent as I would like to have seen. But I think that's going to give McCarthy a year sitting on the bench is going to help him. Mm-hmm. But I do think that just the speed of the game, and the one thing that I watched Michigan, he really never made any plays. Throwing the ball. I mean, he didn't make the big play to get him to win X, Y, Z. He managed the game. And I think sometimes there's some truth to that. But I think the difference of managing a game in the college versus the NFL is a big deal. So I think there's going to be some very good success with him, but I also think there's going to be some downs. And I think how you called it out with the offensive line, the running is going to help him. But at the end of the day, he's also playing in the NFC North, which is not easy.
Yeah, but it's so everybody wants to say this and that about McCarthy. So let's look at a couple things. One, he made 2 basically tight ends into first-round picks. Okay?
Yeah, by never throwing him the ball until they were wide open off a play fake.
And so he was good at the check down. The other thing of it is that they talk about, and I don't understand this, what the 3-cone is at the combine.
It's a speed and agility.
Okay, well, the year that McCarthy went to the whatever they call that, the combine now, I guess they call it.
Did you say the combine?
It's just silly
the harvester.
to me, but anyways, yeah, it's not
the harvest days.
There's no agriculture
The St. Croix
involved.
County Fair.
Exactly.
Which we got to talk about yet.
There's no agriculture involved. But anyways, at the combine, what people forget is that J.J. McCarthy runs like anywhere between a 4.4 and a 4.5 40.
Yeah, he's fast.
Okay? And out of all the athletes that went to the combine in 2024, he ran the 6th fastest 3-cone.
Wow.
Say that 5 times fast.
I'm just excited for all the bantering that's going to be going on in here in the Lindis booth throughout the NFL season. And the good news is, Brinkman, if you guys do have a crappy season, you can always go to Gibby's because he's got a great happy hour down there. Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you can visit. And right now, if you want to drown your sorrows, he has something called Token Tuesdays, where you go down, you buy a beverage, and you get a token that you can use on any other day of the week. So you could go. What you could do is you could bank your tokens right now. You know what I mean? And that would be a good deal. And you can use them on any day but Tuesday. We will say this. We could start the Lindis booth off on a victory from the Vikings. Is this what we're going to do?
Wow, that'd be all right.
No, we're not.
Well, we can have our bump. We can do
Turn that
that.
junk
Oh, let's do that other fun one they do in Green Bay.
It's called Go Pack Go.
Hey, man. Grandma and Grandpa even know the words to that one. I love it.
Yeah,
Well,
all 3 of them.
I think most people are confused as to what to say during that. But anyways.
I think it will be fun with the banter, and what'll be nice is every now and then when we ask Viking questions, we won't get the weird one from Moose where he's like, I don't really care, but then he adds something, then he's fun, then we harass him, then he gets mad at us. See?
Here we go.
Go Pack Go! Go Pack Go!
See,
Here
now
we go.
that is a good, because the difference there is the Packer
That should
fans
be your
can.
alarm clock.
We have
Brinkman,
music.
and you might get out of bed to turn it off.
Think about the Packer
Run out
fans;
of
they
the
can
room.
actually have music and sing at the same time. All the Vikings are going to do is go.
This is
Wow.
what I have put up with by myself.
I just think that's really neat that there's an NFL team playing in the biggest high school football stadium in the world called Lambeau Field with its little aluminum bleachers and all that stuff. So we're happy
It's
for
eclectic,
it.
isn't it?
Which
We're happy
does
for it.
hold more than your
classic.
$1 billion stadium, right?
Yep. Well, yours cost $1 billion now too. After they've renovated it like 17
We only built
times
it one
and still-
time, though.
and still have the aluminum bleachers.
Yeah, but we have more fun around it. Oh, let's go!
have
Let's
more
go
fun
tailgate at what is it? What is it even called now?
It's
Dome?
called U.S. Bank Stadium.
Oh, U.S. Bank Stadium. Let's
You know
go
what? Let's
tailgate
go
2
tailgate
miles
there.
away, 4 miles away. That's fun. What great atmosphere. Oh, there's a bullet coming. All right, let's move on. What else we
Please?
got?
Please.
Let's talk about the greatest week in Andy Brinkman's year.
Yes.
It's called the St. Croix County Fair. He gets to go see all his relatives. How are the chickens and the donkeys doing?
You know, wow.
Well-
You know, the largest industry in St. Croix County is agriculture. So just remember that there when you're talking with your mouth full and you're wondering where it comes from. So I was
Let's just
very
say-
happy. I was very happy.
Moose is going to get excited now we're talking farming.
So I was very happy to be a part of it last week. I had a great time down there, talked to a lot of people. It actually was funny, the amount of people that came up to me and said, "What are you doing with those two idiots on Tuesday?" Well, you know, it is what it is.
Who were you hanging with?
Everyone.
Well, the chickens and the
No,
donkeys.
no, on Tuesday. Who were you hanging with on Tuesday?
You two. You two. So
Was it? Hold on.
No,
was it
yeah,
no him
stick
and
with
I? Them
No,
two.
I don't think I count.
Us two. I was trying to.
I'm
figure
hardly
it-
on the camera, so that's good.
Oh no,
I
you're on the
was-
camera.
I'm just that little guy in the corner.
I'm gonna
I
get
was-
you a shirt.
I was-
Muscle.
I'm very fortunate that my employer, Lupi and Forta Baldwin, we actually
had a booth?
sponsored a day at the state fair. We didn't have a booth, but we
State
did
fair?
sponsor
County?
St. Croix County Fair. not
St. Croix
state.
County. Sorry,
State and county fair, close.
close. Well, actually in Wisconsin they're about the same size. But anyways, yeah, we sponsored a day down there, and I got to spend Friday night down there with some friends, and Saturday was the meat animal auction, and I got to purchase the main course for our customer appreciation day luncheon that we'll be doing here coming up. So that was a good time for me. I had a blast down there. I love Glenwood City.
Yeah. No, it's funny. We got to take us down. Next year,
You're
we should
actually gonna
have a
use it?
Scrib and Gib. We should do something there next year. Let's
Absolutely.
do it. We're
Let's do one
100%
there.
we're going to do something.
We're going to do something there.
You actually going to use the animal you purchased for your customer appreciation?
Yeah, so we're going to do some things for employees with the steaks and things of that nature.
Well,
But
what'd you
I'm gonna
purchase?
have-
Steaks come from
Cow,
cows.
typically, is what a steak is.
Well, I've,
Hamburger, too.
The
Never
butter
know.
chicken.
I mean,
Butter
you
chicken.
can't. I do have things in my freezer called ham steaks. So let's
Well,
give him
yeah.
two
Venison steak.
2% of credit here.
Just asking. Buffalo
I
steak.
bought a very nice Angus steer from a nice young man who from Wilson, and we're just really happy to be a part of it. It was fun to be a part. You guys, it's fun to be a part of the community, and it really is fun to get out there and help people and talk about the fact that agriculture is such a huge part of St. Croix County, and I think it gets overlooked as people are allowed to move in here from like Minnesota and Turtle Lake. So
Well, and I agree. So for somebody like myself that wants to go down there, right, purchase an Angus. How much I can just buy a cow and I can butcher it up, and they have a
Most
processing
of you're
plant.
buying a
They
a
auction them
steer.
off. They're just, it's
It's inflated prices.
well, hold on a second.
businesses buy them typically.
Yeah.
Just
because they're pretty inflated.
But
They're,
just,
No,
just,
it's
they're
just-
premium. They're for the kids. It's
Yeah,
for
it's
the
for the-
4-H.
Sure, that's
groups
what I'm
and stuff
saying,
like
which
that.
is fine. I'm just asking.
Yep.
yeah, actually, when I sat down with my employer and said, this is what I want to do, the gentleman looked at me and said, so let me get this right. You're going to go to an auction where you're going to buy somebody's pet, and then you're going to kill it and eat it. I'm like, yep, that's exactly what we're doing.
Welcome to 4-H, kids. This is how we do it.
Hey,
This is 4-H.
Yeah, as you get attached, just
how
be ready
life
to
works.
cry.
that's how life works.
it was a great time.
Circle of life. I tell you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would totally agree. I remember doing it. Doing that. I'd never showed. I had beef when I was younger, but my brother did, and a couple of times he threw 4-H. But yeah, normally, it's quite a bit
You didn't have
expensive.
beef when
And
you were younger, but a lot of people
So
have beef
If
right
I were
now.
to do that, how much, like if the Scrib and Gib podcast was going to purchase one of these things, how much would we have to
a lot of
bid?
money.
Well,
Guys, I'm
I
just
bought.
looking for a number.
I mean, if the average steer there is 1,500 pound, or we're going to say 1,350 pounds. The average selling price is going to be $3.75, $4 a pound.
Okay.
And then you can figure on. So that's the live weight is 1,350. You can take 65% of that. That's going to give you an approximation of how much hanging weight you're going to have of
Okay.
meat, and then you're going to pay $1.30 on top of that to have it processed.
Okay.
I think you guys should buy two.
Yeah. Well, you're
well,
part
I
of it
actually
now,
know somebody who should buy one, and that'd be J and LS insurance.
Yeah, I think JLS. Yes, one of our.
You had a
sponsors,
tagline here.
I did.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we could. You know what I mean? We could buy the cow.
You
eat
can
the
say
cow,
that one.
Swallow the cow. I mean, it's all. It's all part of the. It's all part of the sponsorship here. So we should do that next year. Maybe what we could do is maybe that's going to lead us. Well, with that, but then that could lead us into Brinkman. Why we even brought him on here, right? I mean, we talked about that, about some of the fundraising. Like we could raise some funds and buy a cow and help a kid out, and we could have a great tailgate maybe for the football team or so. I don't know. Do something. I mean, I'm
waiting for Moose to say something here.
I got nothing. Just listening.
Absolutely, what Gibbs says is true. A lot. I was amazed. First off, you guys, how many people came up to me this week and said, "You're part of the Scrib and Gib podcast." And I remember back at the 4th of July, Mrs. Scrib and Mrs. Gib pulled me aside and they said, "Andy, are you sure you want to do this?" And I said, "Well," I think so. What should I be worried about? And they said, "Well, you're really well respected in the community, and you are a wealth of knowledge. But honestly, these guys
How many people did you tell?
These guys are kind of homely, and they're just looking at you to be on there for your boyish good looks."
How many people did you tell about this YouTube thing?
Not a 10. Not a 10.
No way.
So
our numbers tripled.
Did they really?
It shows how boring you two are.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
So anyways, but seriously, I know that Scrib, you got to get going here. But when people ask me, why are you doing this? And I said, first off, one, because, they begged me. And
that is not true.
Two, I love what these guys are doing with Western Wisconsin sports. Listen, I said it before, I love my Vikings, but high school football is still cooler to me than any of the rest of it, and Division III sports and things of that nature. But really, there are a lot of things that these guys want to do with the Scrib and Gib podcast, and I'm proud to be a part of that and help them get to where they want to be. So we want to do more, okay? We want to do more. Now, when you factor in that, Scrib has 3 active children in sports, one now going to college, and G Money is, that's a full-time job right there, managing her. But and Travis has 37 weeks of paid vacation a year. Or, excuse me, Gib has 37 weeks of paid.
Travis.
I don't know who he is.
I know. Gib has 37 weeks of paid vacation a year. So this way we can try to do one every week until the summertime, and 2 of us can be here to do it. And I'm more than happy to help with that. The other thing of it is, though, is that we want to grow this. We want to do more. So what does that mean? Well, it means we need to find sponsors because we need to buy equipment. We need to possibly find a bigger studio to present this in, so we can have student athletes in here on a regular basis and coaches, and we can have sit downs. Moose has been very nice in letting everybody use his equipment.
Amazing.
But Moose has been amazing in letting the Scrib and Gib podcast use his equipment. But it's grown to the point where we need to buy our own equipment. We need to and possibly some of that equipment can be Moose's, that then he can in turn purchase new equipment for, his live stream broadcast that will enhance that. So these are all things that I was tasked with, and I said that I'd love to be a part of it. So here's what I'm doing right now. I'm working on a couple different things. One, our email address is scribandgibstudio@gmail.com. That's scribandgibstudio@gmail.com. MOUSE, obviously. That's a lot. But anyways, I'm looking for people that want to help us sponsor this. Now, we're going to have 4 different sponsor levels. That's what we're working on, at least, I should say. That's kind of what we want. Maybe you just want to say thanks, but we're not looking for $1 million from anybody.
But if you want to.
Yeah. I think the top level sponsor we're looking for is $1,000. And we're not just going to have businesses that can be sponsors. We're gonna have family memberships too, if you'd like to help us put this together, just because you like watching it. And again, it's scribandgibstudio@gmail.com. If you want to reach out to us, we will get you the information out here very soon. We're working on it. And one of the other things I wanted to mention tonight, because, well, if you say it, you have to do it, right? We're looking at putting on Scrib and Gib Jam next spring, and we want to put together a fundraiser where we have a night of a band and some silent auction items and a lot of fun, and with all of the
Proceeds.
the proceeds going towards Nourishment Athletics and somehow. And we don't know if we're going to do high school, if we're going to do youth sports.
We'll figure it out.
We're going to figure it out. But we got just a lot of stuff in the hopper, and I'm fully committed to this. I've told you guys I'm
I
fully
thought
willing
we
to
only
do
had
this.
him for one time,
This will be
Gibby.
twice.
Hey, can you still fire him, Moose? Muscle?
I'm not in charge here. I show up to produce you guys. That's it.
Well, yeah, I echo Andy. That was really great. Again, we're going to have On the Brink by Brinkman or something. We'll come up with a really good one. I actually like that, but I think it's going to be fun. And obviously, you're bringing somehow people want to listen to you.
At least the first one.
Are you serious? It
Well,
was 3 times the average views.
Well, he was 2 times
But it's- yeah.
himself
Yeah,
listening.
It kind of
that's
bounces
okay. It's
around,
good.
but we
Between him
love
and
it.
Scribner, we'll
He doubled
see.
it. Yeah, he doubled for the most part.
So again, hey, keep listening. And again, right around the corner, we talked about it last time. We're a month away from high school football. A month from today, we'll be actually a month from yesterday, we'll be announcing our first high school football at Tiger Stadium. You'll
can't
get
wait.
to listen to Scrib and Gib on the Tiger Stadium. Love it, love it. All right, that's it. I'm Scrib.
And I'm Gib.
I'm the fat kid.
Yo, I'm the fat
And
kid
we
from North Dakota.
We got Moose on the loose.